Welcome back to Seed Time and Harvest. We got Jamaican sweet potatoes.
We got an exciting video for you today. We're going to be talking about Caribbean sweet potatoes. So here we have a Caribbean sweet potato, and it's very good. My wife makes some sweet potato pie with it. Sharice, what do you call that? Pudding. They call it pudding. All right, so pudding. If you want the recipe, talk to my wife about that. You can comment us here in this video. So here is the sweet potato. Here's what it looks like. But what I want to talk to you about is how to grow this sweet potato. Now here I have one that is already growing. So it comes right out of this sweet potato. It starts to sprout just like that. And all you have to do is just put it in the ground and it'll start growing just like that. Now here we have a couple that are already growing. One here that is a smaller one, and what I want to do now is I want to actually find the potato. So here is the sweet potato right here. As you can see, it's growing right from the potato. All right, so here we have a much larger sweet potato, and it is actually the same plant that we have here. The only difference is here this one has been growing for a longer time. So once this one gets bigger, it'll actually green up and look much like this one. Then what it will do is it will send out runners. Here we have a runner, and what it will do is it will actually find itself some more ground and begin to root right there. And these roots then will form sweet potatoes. So anywhere you have this vine running out and rooting, you will actually be able to have another plant of sweet potato plant. You can actually separate it from the parent crop and have another crop. You can even move it. These are very versatile plants. I can snap these off and put them in water. Here I have another one that has been placed in water. And when you place it in the water, if you can zoom in, you will see that it actually is rooting. It is actually rooting. And the water will encourage the rooting. Wherever the water touches, it will encourage the rooting. So you can put it in water and then you can plant that straight into the ground just like that, wherever you want it. I wouldn't put it right here, obviously, because I just took one out of there. The reason I took it out is because I want to plant it somewhere else where it wouldn't be in the way.
So this area is in our front yard garden. This is one of the first places that we've put down wood chips, and it's been breaking down pretty good. As you can tell, we have this dark, rich soil here being broken down over time. And so this is a very good medium to put our potatoes in. Since this has been broken down, it's not going to need nitrogen as we would if we were planting in fresh wood chips. The only thing we're going to add is some rock phosphate. Potatoes are root crops, so root crops do need phosphorus to grow, and so adding the rock phosphate will give it an extra boost to get those roots going. So we're just going to add a little bit to the soil over here just to amend it a little bit. I'm going to pour some out and just make a little bit of hole. Put some in. I'm going to put some right here as well. And I'm going to put one set here, and we're going to put another one here. And we love growing potatoes. Potatoes are very easy to grow. Once you put them in the ground, you just really have to wait for it to produce, and then we'll harvest. And as was mentioned before, we didn't do such a good job harvesting, which is good, because now we have potatoes that we can plant for this year. And we're just gonna get some of the slips that were in water from potatoes that started to grow in the other garden, and we're gonna separate them and put them in the soil. Actually, I'm not even gonna separate them because we have so many potatoes growing. I'm just gonna put them in the hole. And unlike the white potatoes, you don't need any special, mounding for the sweet potato. All right, so you plant them, and when the soil cracks, that's when you'll know that they're ready, right? And the beauty about these type of potatoes as well is that you can actually eat the leaves of the potato. It has a spinach-like flavor, so you don't want to pick too much of it. But the young leaves, you can pick them and you can cook those, and they're very good. So this is an excellent crisis food. And we have one more over here. The one from this little plant, it's small, but I'm gonna pick it off because we can still eat this part of the potato. So I'm just gonna pick this off. It has roots, and I'm gonna put it in the soil. All right, and I have one more. Maybe I could put it here. And the potatoes are gonna vine out. So even though I'm planting them so close, they're gonna take over this entire area. So it's fine. If you have a lot of space, you can give them more space. But we have some growing on the other side, so we don't have to give these a whole lot of space. Our potatoes are in the ground. We'll wait another 3 to 4 months for potatoes to send out runners all of this area, and then we'll be able to get some potatoes to harvest. While we wait on the brood, we'll also be enjoying the leaves of the potatoes. So I hope you go out, get some sweet potatoes, plant your potatoes so you can have a happy harvest, all right? So happy planting.